Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back. And today, as you can see, we're going to be working in the forest journal. This is the Accordion journal, forest, woodland, fairy, whatever you like. That's the vibe. And I'm really loving this journal. And I think what we need to do today is look at ephemera. I don't know how much more we're actually going to need to make because when I looked at the kit, I had printed it all off, but I hadn't realised just how much stuff I had in the kit. So let's look at what we've already got, what we've made, and see if there's anything else we need to make. Some of these will need finishing off for sure. They'll need a bit of extra decoration and a bit of extra help. But I think I'll have a quick look. I'll just show you all the pockets that we have. These all came with it's the 49 Dragonflies Secret Forest Society kit. So we've got these 4 little pockets. And this is one of the things I thought I was going to need to make some more of, but we've got several. They'll need a little bit of extra finishing, but we've got the bases really. Then we have some corner pockets as well, so if I move those up, then we have some corner pockets. They all face, well, this one definitely faces that way. These two are so neutral, they could go either way. So like that, or even a top one. So those are quite good because they're fairly versatile. So I've got 3 of those, and then we've got a bunch of tags. All of these, all of these I have folded them in and inked them. These I've backed and inked. So I've got this one, this one, this one, and this one. So they're all backed, either with some coffee dye paper or some packaging. So they're just ready to be finished off, really, with perhaps a little topper, maybe a little something down the bottom if it looks like it needs it. So I've got those. I've got a whole pile of little tiny tags, which I actually didn't spot when I was first pulling these out this morning, otherwise I'd have backed them all, but I haven't actually backed any of these. But then I thought some of them, in order to finish off some of the other things, I might need to cut around or use these as toppers or something on some of the other pockets or tags. So I thought it was probably a good thing I didn't back them, because then I can use them for different things. So I might need some of these, but there's quite a few here. So some I'll use, because I don't think I'd cut around this one, so I might just use that as it is. But yeah, so they're there as optional focus points as well as extra tags. That's just with the kit. And then we had the Stamperia paper pad. What I had left, which I had got quite a lot of, particularly the ephemera left. This is the forest one. I think it's called Forest. So I've got these quite large journal cards. I've only picked out the ones that obviously go with the forest theme. So we've got the bear, and they can all be cut down to fit. They could be used as a pocket as well if I needed to. But they do have journaling space on the back of them, so they won't need backing. They're ready to go. They'll probably just need trimming down, maybe corners rounding, that kind of thing. So I've got that one. I've got the lovely cute little hedgehog. And I've got that wonderful fox where it says forest tree. So that's perfect, that one. So I definitely want to use some of those. And then I also had some tags with that paper pad. A couple of which I backed because they were out, and a couple I missed because they got kind of buried with everything else. So they'll need to be backed. So I've got this one. I love him. He needs to be backed still. This one has been backed, and I think it will need a little something extra to finish it off. This one's also been backed. Isn't that sweet, with the little cubs, the fox cubs on there? This is a piece, I think, from the front page, or I've cut it out from somewhere. So I'll either use it as a corner tuck or as a tag. I haven't decided. So I've backed it, but I haven't, so it can be written on, but I haven't finished it. I don't know quite what I'll use it for yet. One more little tag, a little one with a little fox on it. And again, this one has not been backed. So those are things we can use as we go along. And then we have some ephemera that we have made, either I've made in the past or we've made as part of this. So I've got this pocket, which I thought could easily be decorated up to fit. It's bright colours and it's got leaves on it. So that one would be good. It's like one of those little, I'm not quite sure what you call these, but these little tall coin envelopes, maybe. It hasn't got a top. I don't quite know what you call them, but that's one of those. These you've seen. I've either made them as part of Rocky's Weekly Challenge or we made them in the last video. And these have all been sewn around now. So there's that one. And then I had to look in my stash of ready-made ephemera. And I found a bunch of these. These are all from Artie May's and Tracy Fox's collaboration that they did called Nature's Remedies. And I was using some of the papers, I think, when I was making the other ephemera. And then I found I had a whole load of tags. In fact, this one might be too thick because it's a triple. And it goes like that. So that might be too big, but it could be cut up. I've got this narrow one, which may fit in somewhere. I've got this one, pocket with another pocket and a tag. I think I made these when I was doing my bird journal, probably a couple of years ago. They've all got birds on. So these didn't go in the journal, so these could be used in a forest journal. Birds always go in forests, don't they? Then I have this one, really lovely big one, and they've all been backed and sewn around. And then I have this one, which has also got a little pocket on the front with a tag in it. So they're ready to go. I haven't got to do anything to them. And if they fit, they're going in. They might be too big or too bulky, don't know yet. So that's what I've got so far. So that's quite a lot. So I don't know how much more we're going to need, really. So let's see what we've got on the first side, what we can use that we've already made. And I think I probably will do a bit of decoration on some of those kit ones, but let's just have a little look what we've got. Make sure we've got, there's nothing else we need to make, because what I haven't got in here are any really big journal cards, but I have got big tags, so that might be enough. So this one, I think we had decided to put this one, I think. Was that going to go in there? Possibly, because I think that little hidden fairy in there. So that was that one. Was that? No, I don't think there's any. So we need to put something on here, and I already had in mind, I believe, to put this on here. So, yeah, that would go nice on there. I'll have to start sticking some of these things in, but while I'm working still on the back, on the other side of the journal, finishing these bits off on the other side, I don't want to start putting in too many extra pockets and things. We'll do all that when I've finished the back, but I thought in the meantime I'll be preparing them ready to go on. So we have a side tuck here, or a corner tuck, whatever you want to call it. I've got that there. So what could we put in there? I'm wondering about one of these big journal cards. Is it going to fit? It would fit if I cut it down a bit. I think I shouldn't have glued it here, I think, but it just needed, I just wanted to make it more stable. So either one of those or one of these tags, that would look nice as well. Yep, okay, so we're good for that one. And then we have a little tuck here. So one of these would be nice in here, wouldn't it? Pop that in there, so that's perfect. I'm just putting them aside as I use them, so I don't kind of use them again. Then we have this pocket here. And I've got my nice big journal card to go in there, haven't I? Got this one. That's going in there. We have a side tuck. He would go in there nicely. Okay, so just take them out, but I've used them, so they're going, just to see what the quantity is that we've already got. Then on here, doesn't lie terribly flat, but it's okay. We need a pocket here. That one? No. I think would have liked something a little bigger, but I think that one would go on there all right. Yeah, that would be quite nice on there. And then we could have one of these tags. Would go in there really well. Okay, use those. We haven't got anything over here. I'm wondering about one of the corner tags. Corner pockets like this. It's a shame in a way to cover that up, but I quite like that there. Although it's very, very similar colours to that, isn't it? That one. Do we have something else we could do? No, I don't want to cover him up. Yeah, well, we can decorate this up so it doesn't blend too much into the background. But yeah, so we can have a corner pocket there, and one of the tags would go in there. And we've got a big pocket here, so whether one of the big journal cards or big tags would work. Could do. That could work in there, one of these, or this one. These are quite bulky, these ones, with the extra pocket on the front. I think it's probably why I didn't use them before. So I think that would be quite nice in there. Yep. Okay. Well, we have a little pocket here already. Oh, that's why there were only 3. I thought it was an odd number to only have 3 of those corner ones. It's because I'd already used one of them. And that's here. So, yeah, we could use one of the tags. That would look really good there. That's really nice on there. So yes, that's tag. And then we're at the back. I don't know if we've got anything here. Nope, we haven't actually got anything here. I don't know if we'll need anything there really. I just think that's pretty at the back. So we've certainly got enough for the first side. And then we need to consider this side. So I'm wondering, now getting a little low on the tags. I've got this massive one. I think it might be too big. Yeah, that's going to be too big. About this is going to be too big as well. I think all of these ready-made ones are going to be too big. Okay, that does tell me we're going to need to make some more journal cards to fit in some of these things. So, oh, I love that page. It's been a couple of weeks since I made this. Well, a couple of weeks, something like that. And it's quite nice to remind yourself what you've done, isn't it? Little top tuck up here. Going to need a little something down here. One of these, not that one. Maybe this one down here would be good. Okay, I think we will need to make a few more small pockets, but maybe that'll be for the next video. I think what I'll do today is concentrate on finishing off some of these pockets that just need a bit more, some of the tags and the pockets, and see what time we've got after that to make anything new. Yeah, much as I love these, they are quite big. And and I think I will struggle to get them into this journal. I think did I use one? I nearly used one, and then I changed my mind, went for this, which is thinner. Okay. So I might make 1 or 2 pockets like this. This is with the old book page, because I think that's quite a nice size for this journal. Okay, let's just, oh sorry, I'm putting things aside, and actually what I need to do is pull out the kit pieces. They all need a topper or something else. Let's start with these tags. So I think this one can have a hole, and I'll put something through the hole. And this one as well, I think. So those two can have something going through the hole, and this one can have just, these two can have something stapled on. Let's get the stapler and see what I've got, just to add a bit of finishing touch to some of these. So I've got a little tiny piece of that green sari silk that I'm using for the closure. I wonder whether I can, maybe I can put it through, because I think it goes best on this one. This has got the green backing. Let's just open that out a little bit. I might still need to staple this because it's not really long enough to tie, which I would have preferred to do, but it's only a tiny bit, so I think I'll just need to staple it. Right, I couldn't make the tiny attacher, didn't like it. It's probably too thick, so I've had to use a bigger stapler. But I got there in the end, so I'll just pop that on. I don't think this needs any more. I think it's just fine as it is. Although I did want to put a little stamp on the back. I'm going to get my pine cone out. I've got a few little really sweet stamps, so I thought I'd use one of them on the back. I think this one, I'll use this bird on this one. I'll just pop him up here. Oh. Okay, well I've got a bit of the corner. I should have realised and checked that, shouldn't I? Never mind. I'll make sure I check that next time. There's always one, isn't there, that you forget to check, forget to wipe. Right, so we've got that tag ready to go. That's all finished. Let's do this one. I think it needs a little something down here. Whether to put a little bit of Florentine paper down here. I don't know about the colour though. few bits in here that I thought might go. Maybe a bit of book page as well. Just tiny little finishing touches, because it was looking a bit plain down there. Yeah. Right, and I need a little something at the top. Got this. This might work. It's very, very raggedy. I like that. Stuck to my thumb now. Get off. Get off my fingers. A bit more through. Don't need so much. There we are. Topper. I wonder if there's something else I could put down here. I think I'll leave it as it is. I don't want it to get too heavy and thick. I just like that. Just needed something down the bottom. I think that's enough. Okay, that's that one done. Then we've got this one. And again, it needs a little something down here, doesn't it? I've got this piece of fabric I could put at the top. It's a bit wide. I think I'll just do that. Oh, it's not very straight. And I'm trialling a new glue from Hobbycraft. This is a fabric glue. Came in a big bottle and I've just decanted it into this little bottle in the hope that it'll be a bit easier to do these smaller things. And it's just a clear fabric glue, but I thought maybe it would work in here. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to come out this little tiny hole, little tiny tube, or whatever it is. No, applicator. It's not showing any signs of cut. Oh, here we go. It's coming out now. Let's make sure it's the right width. Is that too big? Just a little bit too big. Too long. Let's cut a bit off. Yeah, so this glue is not, I don't think it's as thick as the Fabri-Tac, or as heavy duty, and it's also half the price, so if it works, that might be my new glue for fabrics. I might still need the Fabri-Tac for thicker things, I'm not sure, things like journal covers. Okay, so I've got that. I want to put a little something down here. Just thinking. I've got this piece of book page, I might just start with that. No. No, it's too blendy. Need something else. That need to be another piece of Florentine paper. Okay, I'll put these two pieces down. Yeah. All right. Yep. Oh, yes, I was going to do a little bit of stamping on the back of them, wasn't I? So, sticky fingers. Right, so what should we have on the back of this? On the back of this one, I think we might have a little bear cub. I'll try and just keep the ink on the on the image and not around the edges. Yeah, he's rather sweet, isn't he? Can you see him? Little bear cub sitting in the corner. I like him. And I didn't stamp on here, did I? So what can we do? I'm wondering if... No, I'm not going to stamp on the on the front because it won't work. And this one needs a squirrel, I think. Wipe the corner, make sure. And this corner. Right. There we go. A little cute squirrel. I often forget to use my little stamps and they're really nice to use. Give a nice finishing touch sometimes to things like this. Okay, so that's that one. And then we have one more. And I think I might use one of my tabs. I have a collection of tabs which have now disappeared. Where are they? There was a bunch of them, all came with the kit. Is he going to work? Yeah, that'll work. I think it needs a little bit. Nope, not those ones. Didn't do a terribly good job of cutting around that one. I'll just trim it up where there's bits of white showing. And we'll just glue him, just ink him up. Okay, that's that, and I think I'd like something across the bottom here. Something, oh, where's my bag of fabrics? So I've got some leafy trim I thought I could use on some of these things. Wondering whether the green or the brown would work best on here. I think the green. Just check. Yeah, I think the green would be nice on here. It's the right colour green. I just wonder whether to put a little bit down here. I think I will. I think I will. No, that's supposed to go on that side. That's it. Okay, I'm just going to use my new fabric glue to try and see if that'll work nicely on these things, because I usually get into such a mess with the trying to use Fabri-Tac on these things. Just gives it a little bit of extra texture, a bit of extra colour. Just wondering whether to put a little bit of doily across that corner. Again, just for a bit of colour and texture. I might just do that and see if it needs anything on top of that. Gotta be careful, just tear. Upside down. I just put this on top because it's got a lot of glue on it now. Cover that up. Nope, losing the doily now. The doily look. I'll just pull that up a little bit. Super sticky. Okay, just a little bit of colour added to that. I think it'll be fine. Oh, and we want to put a little bit of something on the back, don't we? I think we want a little fairy on the back. I have a lovely little fairy stamp. I might just pop that on the back of this one. Oh, let's put me pin in my glue before it solidifies in the tube. Right. Put her over here. This is a stamp from Your Creative Studio when they did the fairy kit. Oh, isn't that lovely? Such a pretty stamp. Love that. Right, so that's the tags done. Now I want to have a go at some of these pockets. Not sure about this one because it's got a bit of a pinky look to it, so I might not do anything with that for now. I think I'll just work on the ones that I'm most likely to use, which are these three, I think. I have this corner one, but I don't know which way that's going to work, do I? I think I was going to do it this way, wasn't I? So once I'm committed, it'll have to go that way. I would like some... I'm going to use a bit of book page on here. This is not what I was after. I like to use a bit of German. Colour's good. And I thought, I always have this feeling that if you use English book pages on some of these things, then you get distracted by reading what it says. But if it's in another language, you don't really worry about that. Just straighten that off. Put it there. I've got a few fussy cut things pulled out that may or may not work. They're here somewhere. So I've got a bird or two. But he is going to be too big unless I can cut off his bit of branch, can't I? Or would he look better somewhere like... Not really. Maybe it'll be better that way. I don't want his beak to be sticking out. And I think I need a bit more of my Florentine paper, I think. Just to bring a bit more colour into this. I'll go that way. Let's try that. Just a bit too big. I have to bring him down so he just... Right, I'm going to trim off the bit at the bottom. I might see if I can leave the the tail feathers and see. I can just glue them down when I glue down the pocket. Seems a shame to cut them off, doesn't it? Alright, so that's the pocket. Zhuzhed up a bit, made it look a bit more interesting. Right, and this pocket, can we put some of this on here? Going across, that one goes that way. Stick those down like that. I'm wondering whether to use another stamp. Kind of up there. I've got this stamp, which is a fairy stamp. That might go nicely there. And then just have the leaves going across. Yeah, I might do that. Let's see if we can make this stamp work. another beautiful stamp by Your Creative Studio. Try and do it so the wings are kind of going up around that divot mark. I couldn't get the backing off this, so I can't attach it to a block, but I can use a block to push it down, can't I? Let's hope it looks okay. Yeah, look at that. Hope you can see that. Look, isn't that lovely? So I'm just wondering if I didn't need quite as much of this. Maybe just a little bit. Where's that bit I cut off? There it is. Let's see if that would look too much. I might put that on, but not too near. Try not to cover up too much. Right, so we can leave these on and just have the pocket just a little higher from the bottom of the page so that they don't get lost. I rather like that, it's a bit different. And I love that stamp, it's so pretty. And I think I'll leave this one for now, so I'm not sure where that's going to go. I don't know where any of them are going to go, but hopefully these ones are sort of more in the colours that I'm using, so try and do something with this one. Right, so what can we put on here? I'm wondering about one of these little tags, whether we can use one of these to decorate this. Do something that I can cut down small enough. I'm going to try this one. I think I like him as too big, and I like, he's so sweet, but he's also too big. What else we got? The wolf is too white, it's going to disappear on there, and that doesn't work, so I'm going to try this one. See if I can just... Not too hard to cut out. Might just cut a bit more of this bit off so I can get more of the flowers on. Yeah, I like that. That just gives a little finishing touch. I might put something behind it as well. So I might just round this a bit more here. That's better. Softens that up a bit. Right, so we can put that one there, and what can we pull? Can we poke a little bit of something? Don't know. Just seeing if this adds anything. Not really. No. If I'm going to put some book page, it needs to be some book page that actually doesn't disappear. It's got a bit more colour to it. See what I've got. Something older. Oh, I could use a bit of music because that would go with the bird. A bit of bird song. How about that? Don't know if that's upside down. There's some writing that way around, so maybe it is. Bit of bird song. Well, not a lot of singing on there, but I did it that way around, really. Yeah, let's put a bit of this on. Right, so we just put that there. Oops. Ah! I will trim this one off there. Okay, so I think I'm happy with that. I think I am. Does it need a bit more? I don't think it needs that colour. I think that's not... I'll think about that one. Okay, so we'll stop here because I think I've run out of time. I'll just clear the decks a little bit and then we'll have a look at what we've made today. Right, so we've taken some of the kit tags and just finished them off. So we've got that one with a little squirrel on the back. Got the owl one, and that's got the little bear cub on the back. And then we have this one with the bird on the back. I think I might want to cover up that bit of staple. Bit of washi tape. Don't know if it'll stick. Hope it will. There we are. Then it won't catch. Okay, so there's that one. And then we have the owl. I think this might be my fave. I like the colours on here. And that's got the gorgeous fairy on the back. So that's the tags that have been finished. And then we've got some pockets. So we've got this one with the hawk, needs a trim. Not with those scissors. I think these are better for that job. But I'm not going to trim the tail feathers, that's what I'm trying to think, the tail feathers until I see where I'm going to put it. If they fall off the edge, then I will have to. And then we've got this one with another fairy stamp. I love these fairy stamps. I forget I got them. then you don't need them for a lot of things, do we? And then we've got this one as well with the bird. Right, so that's all we've managed to do today, but we have had a good look at what we've got, worked out whether we've got enough to go in. Certainly we've got enough to go in the one side of the journal. Once we finish the other side, we'll be able to figure out what we need for that. So I'm sure we're going to need to make a few more things, but I think I need to finish decorating the reverse side of the journal before we make any more of these. So that's it for today. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.